In the Ben 10 animated series, we've seen many villains wielding their own evil versions of the Omnitrix. Some were just as powerful as the original, if not stronger. In this video, we are going to explore all the evil Omnitrix variants that appeared throughout the Ben 10 franchise. First, Albedo's Omnitrix. Albedo is a Galvan, the same species as Asmuth, and used to work as his assistant in the past. However, he asked Asmuth to build an Omnitrix for him, but Asmuth refused. Therefore, Albedo built his own Omnitrix and decided to take revenge on the true Omnitrix wielder, Ben Tennyson. But he didn't know that Ben's DNA was set as the default DNA for the Omnitrix. As a result, Albedo transformed into a clone of Ben. We've seen Albedo wear 3 versions of the Omnitrix. First, in Alien Force, we saw him wearing an exact replica of Ben's Omnitrix, possessing the exact same aliens except for gray matter. Later, in Ultimate Alien, Albedo created the Ultimatrix, which allowed him to evolve his aliens into their ultimate forms, though Ben ultimately took it from him. Finally, in Omniverse, he appeared with his most powerful watch yet, allowing him to transform into Omniverse aliens and their ultimate forms. This version is called the Ultimate Omniverse Omnitrix, and it's one of the most powerful watches ever created. We even saw him transform into Ultimate Albedo, a form far more intelligent than regular Albedo. Second, the Antitrix. This is the Omnitrix belonging to Kevin Levin, Ben's rival in the Ben 10 reboot. It was actually created by Vilgax, who gave it to Kevin so he could defeat Ben. However, it only transforms Kevin into 11 aliens. It is essentially a cheap knockoff of the Omnitrix. It constantly malfunctions and transforms Kevin randomly, making it relatively weak. Vilgax's Omnitrix. Since Vilgax is the true inventor of the Antitrix, when he returned to Earth, he defeated Kevin and took the watch back. It transformed into this shape, becoming Vilgax's Omnitrix. It has terrifying abilities, allowing Vilgax to transform into a hybrid alien known as Anti-Vilgax, which is a fusion of all the Antitrix aliens combined. Not only that, but it can also transform him into Alien V, a celestial sapien like Alien X, after inserting the Omnitrix key into it. Therefore, it can also contain armored aliens, or even the anti-naut aliens who can travel through space. It is undoubtedly one of the strongest Omnitrix versions in the Ben 10 reboot. Kyber's Nemitrix. This is an evil watch that transforms its wearer into the natural predators of Ben's aliens. It was created by the mad scientist Dr. Psychobos after malware stole the Omnitrix blueprints from Ben. We saw Kyber wearing this watch. Initially, it only gave him parts of the predatory aliens, but later we saw it grant him full predator transformation, like the Tyrannopede, which almost defeated Humongosaur. It is a highly powerful watch that shouldn't be underestimated. Evil Ben's Omnitrix. This evil, future version of Ben from the Ben 10 reboot lost his grandpa Max and Gwen in the past. This tragedy turned him into a villain who roams through different dimensions and timelines to steal other Ben's Omnitrixes and gain absolute power. We saw him wearing an Omnitrix similar to the reboot's Ben 10,000 watch. It features Alien X, an alien we had never seen the reboot Ben transform into before, proving how powerful this version is. What makes it unique is its ability to function alongside other stolen Omnitrixes, absorbing their powers to become even stronger. Eon's Omnitrix. Eon used to possess an Omnitrix similar to Ben 10,000's Omnitrix. However, during one of his battles, it was destroyed, and he was banished to a place between dimensions. Eon gathered the remaining pieces he had and forged them into the gauntlet weapon he wears, which allows him to travel across timelines to fight other versions of Ben. He became a villain, obsessed with destroying all other Bens. Professor Paradox is considered Eon's arch nemesis, as both navigate through time and space. Eventually, Eon teamed up with Vilgax to destroy all timelines by activating the Chrono-Sapien time bomb. However, he was ultimately destroyed, and his unique Omnitrix did not survive either, the Power Watch. This is the watch belonging to Mad Ben, an evil version of Ben from an alternate dimension. It features an orange color scheme, matching the dystopian world he lives in. It shares the same dial interface as the Omniverse Omnitrix and has the exact same roster of aliens. However, the aliens from this watch are distinguished by their heavy, spiked armor, making them physically tougher than regular Ben's aliens. The Negatrix. This is Nega Ben's Omnitrix. It has the same abilities and aliens as the Omniverse Omnitrix. However, its wielder, Nega Ben, lost his entire family and friends during the hybrid invasion of Earth. He lived a depressing, aimless life until Vilgax recruited him to fight alongside him against the good versions of Ben. The Zombitrix. This is the Omnitrix belonging to Benzaro. It possesses the same abilities as the Omniverse Omnitrix, but all of its alien transformations are half zombies. In Benzaro's dimension, a virus outbreak turned everyone into the undead. When Asmuth tried to create a cure for this virus, he got infected too. Ben survived thanks to the Omnitrix, but he was mutated into a half-zombie himself. Bad Ben's Omnitrix. This is exactly the same Omnitrix worn by the Prime Ben in Omniverse. It has the same aliens and abilities. The only difference is the wielder, Bad Ben. His family was known as some of the most notorious villains in Bellwood, making him evil from the very beginning. When he got the Omnitrix, he naturally joined forces with Vilgax to fight on the side of evil. Finally, what do you think, guys? Which is the most powerful evil Omnitrix to ever appear in the Ben 10 cartoon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.